Hey guys, I am so excited for today's video because this is going to be the intro for a brand new project pan. My last video was the finale for my Project 10 Pan Roulette collab with Lauren May Beauty and LS. If you guys did not see any of those videos, I will have my playlist linked up here so you can check that out. And the basis for this project is a Project 10 Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette, and all of these items are high end. I don't have a specific end date for this project, but I'm thinking between 3 to 4 months. So the idea of a viewer's choice roulette was inspired by LS. Elle has done so many amazing different kind of project pans on her channel, and for the year of 2017 I wanted to do something different than seasonal challenges. So I've already done a Project 10 Pan Roulette that was a collab, and now I'm doing this Project 10 Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette. So I wanted to thank Elle for this amazing idea. A couple weeks ago I did post a video asking you guys to help me pick out my items for my project pan. I will have that linked up here because I give you all the details behind what this video is about. So if you want a lot of information, check that out, but I'm going to sum it up really quick. Basically, for this project, I already chose 5 high-end items I wanted to complete, but I wanted your all's help to pick the other 5. So what I asked you to do was to leave me categories in the comments of items you would like me to try to use up. And then I took the 5 suggestions with the most votes, and I found a high-end product in my collection that fit into that category, and I'm going to try to finish it up. Speaking of, I was so surprised by how many of you guys actually voted and commented and left me suggestions of categories to choose items from. I was really surprised by how many people actually participated, and I was so overwhelmed with gratitude. Thank you guys so much. You came up with really amazing suggestions, and let me tell you, the top 5 highly voted categories were actually pretty tricky, so you guys got me good, but I appreciate that because it makes me be a little bit more challenged. So I'm gonna keep you in suspense for a little bit, and I'm going to start off by showing you the 5 items that I personally chose for this project. The first item that I chose is the CoverFx Illuminating Primer. This is brand new, never been used. I got this in a Sephora play. I do have oily skin, so illuminating primers are not the most ideal for me, but I thought I would try this in the summer where I'm gonna have glowy skin regardless, so maybe I can try to embrace it, and we'll see how this compares to the Becca Backlight Priming Filter I recently used up. So this is my first item. My second item is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 1W1 Bone. I accidentally shook it up a little bit, but this line is where I'm starting. That is not a lot of product at all. It should be pretty easy for me to get through this, but it probably isn't going to go as fast as we're all thinking because I do have to mix this in with my Hard Cane Glamoflague foundation and Porcelain to get my perfect match. And also over the next month, maybe 2 months, I'm going to be doing a lot of first impression and follow-ups on different foundations. So I'll be testing those out a lot throughout the week. So this is probably going to take me a decent amount of time to get through. My Holy Grail foundation, I already have a backup, but I want to go ahead and finish this and have another foundation finished off for the year. My next item is something that is going to be really different and fun and maybe a little bit challenging for me to use. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer. I think this only comes in 1 shade. I also got this in a Sephora play last summer. I've used this probably twice, and I apply it with my e.l.f. small stipple brush. I again think this will be a really great product for the summertime, and I'm just going to use it as a bronzer. This is a really light color, so I might put a powder product on top, but we'll see how well this works for me, and I have no idea how much product is in here or how long it will last me, but I'm just excited to see how this works in my everyday routine. My next item is the Skindinavia Oil Control Makeup Finishing Spray. I have somewhere between 1/2 and 1/3 of this product left. I've already finished off the primer spray. I got a bunch of facial sprays from Pixi, so I want to go ahead and complete this. And the other item I chose is a lip product. So this is a rollover from my last project. This is the Clinique Pop Lipstick in the shade Melon Pop. This is how much product I have left, which is actually a lot for a deluxe size lipstick. This is a beautiful peachy shade, but it actually can look very bright, which is why I think I will really love this in the summertime. It's a really great, easygoing, comfortable formula. But because it is so bright, sometimes I do have a hard time wearing it. depending on the look and depending on where I am. So I'm going to add in a bonus lip product. I'm going to be working on both of them, but if I complete the bonus instead of this main one, I'll be okay and I will still count it. But this is an item from Pixi. Pixi is a drugstore brand, but it is a higher priced drugstore brand. So hopefully you guys are okay with me adding this in. This is the Pixi Lip Lift Max, basically their plumping lip gloss in the shade Sheer Rose. This is just a deluxe size of this. I can already start to see through the packaging, so I want to go ahead and use this up. I will be taking out the stopper to get every little last bit out of this. And if you guys are not okay with me adding a drugstore product into this high-end project pan, I totally get it. And the reason I decided to add this in is because, yes, I could set it aside and wait for my next project pan, but I would rather go ahead and finish it up. So I will be putting these two products into this challenge. So now for the fun part, which would be the categories you guys chose. Again, I chose items from the top 5 highly voted categories, and on the screen I will list the username of the person that suggested this. So the first category with the most votes is limited edition item, and I have a ton of limited edition blushes, but honestly I did not want to put a blush in this project because I want to get use out of all of them. So I am actually choosing an eyeshadow palette. This is the Anastasia Tamanna palette. I know the Daisy Girly is trying to pan this palette this year. I do actually have an entire palette of the month review video on this that I will link up here in case you want to hear my thoughts on this palette. So there are 10 shades in this palette. I just want to hit pan on one of the shades. I am going to be working on Gilded and Bengal. I just want to hit pan on one of these. I'll probably end up hitting pan on Bengal, but I think I can use these very, very consistently throughout this summer. And the category with the second most votes was a discontinued item. This was really hard for me to find something for because a lot of my discontinued products are from the drugstore or they're high-end lip products, and I already chose some lip products. So the thing I decided on is the Lorac Take a Brow Kit in the shade Blonde. I actually have already used up one of these and I did repurchase it. I just want to hit pan on this lightest shade. This is a holy grail brow powder of mine. It is the perfect warm undertone for my hair. I have a go-to cool undertone and warm undertone brow powder. These products are still available on the Lorac website, but they are in the sales section. Because I'm trying to hit pan on this, I think I might buy a backup because I love it so much. And the third category with the most votes was a very, very creative, fun category from my friend Karina, and it was to choose a product that had a name. For instance, the Balm Meet Matte palettes or the NARS Audacious lipsticks, the Buxom lip glosses. Those are all named after people, and I thought that was a really, really fun idea. I actually have a bunch of Buxom lip glosses that I could have added in, but again, I'm already using some lip products, so I decided to add in more eyeshadows. This is my trusty theBalm Meet Matte Nude palette. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel for years, you know how much I love this. So this is what the theBalm Meet Matte Nude palette looks like. As you can tell, I've already hit pan on Matte Malloy, which is this matte white, but I would love to expand the pan on this and maybe even hit side pan if it's possible. And I also want to work on Matte Singh, which is an amazing transition color. This has a little bit more of a peachy undertone. And I love Matte Singh. It's a great transition color, especially for spring. But now as we're going into summer, I like eyeshadows that are more warm tone, and I don't know if that color is going to go well with the shadows from the Anastasia Tamanna palette, so I'll try that out. So I want to be working on Matte Malloy and on Matte Singh, and we'll see what progress I can make on that. And the fourth category with the most votes was an item hyped up on YouTube, and I had a whole slew of things to pick from because everything is hyped up on YouTube, but the thing that I chose is this 100-point perk of the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I have never used this item before. It is just a little 100-point perk I recently picked up, and I want to see if this is worth the hype. This is a little size, but I'm going to be exclusively using this to set my under eyes, so that will make it last a little bit longer. Really excited to try this out. I'll probably put it in a larger container because this is kind of too small for me to work with, but we'll see if I actually like that and if it's worth the billions of dollars that it cost. And then there were two categories that were tied, a product I hit pan on and an item I was inspired to purchase from Elle. So I decided to choose out of these two the category of an item I was inspired to purchase by Elle. And because I am trying to hit pan on the Anastasia Tamanna palette, I thought that was a good way to combine two of these categories in one. So for an item that Elle inspired me to buy, this was really tricky because Elle inspired me to buy the Morphe 510 highlight brush, but this is a brush, you can't use it up. Elle has inspired me to buy a lot of ColourPop products, specifically the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Ziggy. This is a drugstore item, I can't add it into this project. Elle has also inspired me to buy a lot of high-end lip products or to pull out lip products I already have in my collection, but I already added lip products into this challenge. So I decided to choose a little combo of products. The first thing is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. I know Elle loves this so much. I'm pretty sure she exclusively uses this to wash her brushes. I just have the very small 2 fluid ounce bottle, and this is all that I have left, not a ton, but I only use this to spot clean the brushes I use for my brow pomade and for my cream shadow, so this little amount should last me a while. But because it's not a makeup item, I did want to add in something else. If you guys are subscribed to Elle's channel, you know that every 2 weeks she will post a 365 days of samples update. I'm obsessed with those videos from her, and I'm already doing a Project Tin Pan sample edition, but I do not include makeup in there. So I decided to include 3 makeup foil samples to use up as inspired by Elle's 365 days of sample series. You don't want to know how long I've had these in my collection. I am terrible at using makeup foil packet samples, so I will be using these. And then I also have a bunch of CC cream, foundation, concealer samples. I will be trying those out as well, but if they don't match me, I won't be forcing myself to use them. But I will be making myself use up these 3 things. So the first one is the Sephora Colorful Blush in the shade number 5 Sweet on You, which is totally my kind of color. Then we have the Benefit Do the Hoola Liquid Bronzer. And the last one would be the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzers, Milk Chocolate, regular chocolate, and then the dark chocolate. So I am excited to use those as well, and I just think it's fun to be inspired by Elle's 365 days of sample series. So guys, that was the intro for my Project Tin Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette, all high-end products. That's too long of a title for me to add. Just know that these are all high-end items. I'm really excited to start working on these, and hopefully I can make some good progress. I would love to know your thoughts if you try out any of these items, and please let me know if you are currently doing any Project Pan videos or you would like to join in on this Project Pan. I think that would be really fun as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.